now is 8:21. You don't need to leave home to do a good deed. Ken is with the co-founder of Nerds on Call this morning to show us how we can do good things on the internet.
That's right, Who. There's an old song that says, I know we can make this land a better land than the world in which we live. I know we can make it better. This man's going to show you how you can do that just by being on the internet?
Yeah, well, not just by being on the internet, but being smarter about being on the internet. So one of the things is, let's say you've got a little bit of extra cash laying around, and you need to, maybe make your taxes look a little better or something.
Oh, yes.
So when you get a phone call from a charity or something like that, and you're like, oh, this sounds like a good idea. I think I'm going to donate to them.
Okay.
First place you want to go is right here, Charity Navigator, charitynavigator.org. The best thing about this place is it gives you ratings, like Amazon would give you ratings on underwear. It gives you the ratings of what the charities are in easy to see things. So
there are a lot of bogus charities.
We'll start with the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is one of their worst rated charities. So if you take a look at it overall, out of 70 points, they're giving up 4.8.
Wow.
And you can take a look at why. Look at how much money they spend on fundraising. A terrible amount. And then there's a cool little pie chart. You can see what they spend their money on. You can see exactly what their expenses are. And then you can come down here and go, oh my gosh, look at that. All fundraising. That's where they spend all their money. Here's one of their best. So this one, 4 stars across the board. Looks really good. So this one is for healthcare for underprivileged people. So if you come down here, you can see how they're ranking, how much money they're making, where they're spending it. So you can make sure you're spending your money. If you're going to give them $5 or $2,000, you want to make sure it's going to the right place.
And then the key point here is contributions, gifts, and grants.
Exactly. Their fundraising is virtually non-existent.
Because they're spending that money goes to the charities.
Exactly. Which is where you want it to go, rather than sending me little stamps in the mail or, hey, here's a gift. Forget it. I don't want that.
Right.
So they have a top 10 section over here for tips for donors. This is fantastic because it kind of tells you, I've never really given money to people before, and I don't know what to do. So the guy on the phone who says he's from the Fireman's Fund, why not give him some money?
Right.
This tells you ignore the phone calls. Just hang up on them and go directly to the charity. You're going to save the charity a lot of money, but just by doing that. But there's 10 different things you can do that you never thought of before. Checking their status, making sure that they really are giving the money to the charities instead of, giving it to the top paid CEOs. There are CEOs making millions of dollars at these charities, and they're not giving as much to the actual charity themselves.
Exactly.
So be careful. So let's say you want to get a little more personal.
Right.
You don't want to give to like a cancer fund or something you don't really know where it's going. So this place will break your heart. You don't want to spend too much time here unless you really want to just start crying. So the thing about this place is it takes individual people and they use crowdfunding in order to fund their different little charities.
Okay.
So you've got kids dying of cancer. You've got parents running out of money that are going to lose their home, places like that. And so you can browse all of these different places, and it tells you how close they are to their goal, how much money they're trying to earn, and everything else. And it's, like I said, it's...
Now, does this website actually vet these cases to make sure that they are authentic? We had a lady on the East Coast who lied about having cancer to get money, and then we found out about 8 months later that it was a lie.
You should be careful. It's possible, but they do some vetting, but not as much as you might like.
Right.
This is a business, so here's the bad part of this place is they take 7% from the charity, so all the money they raise, the company takes 7%, but they're really good stuff. And you can even get contact information if you get deeper into some of this stuff and find out if it's more real.
We're out of time. We're going to make sure we let everyone go to the website at gooddaysacramento.com. I'm going to link everything over there. It's very interesting. We could talk about this for another 15, 20 minutes.
I've got 5 other websites.
The things that people do to rip off people who are just trying to give and be kind-hearted, it's amazing. Go to gooddaysacramento.com and check out everything under today's date for show info. Who, back to you.
All right, Ken, thanks so much.